What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back with the banger today, guys, on my top 10 guns in my collection. I want to say first and foremost, salutes to everybody who has tuned in to this channel this past year. We have been growing substantially. Make sure you guys are following me over on my Instagram at 2wildguns. I will link that down below in the description. We recently did a gun collection video and it did amazing. It's doing amazing. I want to say salutes to everybody out there. And as we wrap up 2023, I want to give you guys my favorite guns in the collection. I might even do one for my rifles only and pistols only. If you want to see more of that video, make sure to comment down below in the description. I'll even follow it up with my top 10 purchases at the end of this year for, you know, wrapping up 2023. So stay tuned. But without further ado, let's get into number 10. Coming in at number 10, guys, we have the Springfield Armory Helen. I've done several videos already on the Helen now, specifically in the black version, the V1 version that had came out, I want to say, what, almost like a year ago, or maybe, you know, a couple months back. I was one of the first people to hop on and grab that. Not on YouTube, but I'm just saying in general. Like, I hopped on the Helen as soon as I was able to. I hopped on it, I fell in love with it, and then since then was able to get my hands on the new FDE model. They have this in FDE, I believe in gray and OD green. And it also is a slightly updated version from the original version with the brand new safety selector angle. They switched it out because people did not like it. And I would say definitely that it is a little bit more, in my opinion, a little bit more appealing. But overall, the Helen itself, being a bullpup and being in a, I would say, in an area where there's not that many bullpups on the market right now. I mean, you got the AUG and the Tavor, and then you got, of course, Kel-Tec's RFD-B, I believe RFD, and the 7.62 as well as the 5.56. The Helen is amongst, in my opinion, one of my favorite. Of course, the AUG is a OG and reign supreme in its own way, but I believe the Helen is going to just continue to go up more and more as there is more and more aftermarket parts come into fruition. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do here. This is, of course, based off the VHS-2, which is the battle rifle of Croatia. I think it's a phenomenal gun overall. I really, really like it. I have it fully set up just for that reasoning. You know, I got the light, I got the optic, I got everything that's needed at the end of the day for this bad boy. I know there could be more, of course, but I'm just saying I wouldn't put all this on here if I really didn't like this gun in particular. And I would say also, my main gripe with the Helen is really just the weight. It's a very heavy gun at the end of the day, and it is what it is, man. It's just, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. You feel me? I'm gonna have to hit the gym. This thing feels like it's loaded. It's not. It's empty. It's extremely a heavy piece of equipment. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's so compact. You have a 16-inch barrel, but the gun overall is smaller than a 11.5 SBR. So everything is just right in the middle, right? Just clunked up together, smashed together, and you got this huge mass of a weapon. But I love it. Have no issues with it whatsoever. I did a video on the FDE. I'll probably be doing an updated video very soon once I put 1,000 rounds through it. And, you know, go check that one out if you want to see more about this one in particular. Coming in at number 9, we have the CZ Scorpion. And this is the brand new 3+ pistol version too. This is not the micro, this is the pistol version, which is a slightly longer handguard and slightly longer barrel. I like this one more than that one. The micro is cool, don't get me wrong, but I do like this pistol version. And supposedly this is a more limited version as well. So, you know, to each its own, it's cool. But I mean, that's not why I bought it. I bought it because I just liked it a little bit more than the super, super small and compact version. This is my go-to home defense weapon at the end of the day. We got the suppressor, we got the light system, we got the, you know, the Huey on here. I didn't even put this in my collection video because I was being too lazy to go downstairs. So I decided for this video I would go downstairs and do so. But yeah, we have this bad boy set all the way up, lights, camera, action, all the bells and whistles for this bad boy. Nexus bolt in here, which is going to allow there to be no out of battery discharges. Nexus Firearms has solved that issue with the CZ Scorpion. So if you've been wanting to get your hands on a CZ and you've been in fear of that, this is a lifesaver. It solves all the issues when it comes to those out of battery discharges. Stay tuned though, because I'm actually going to be doing an updated video on this very soon, maybe within a week or two. This is already planned. I already know what I'm doing. I'm just not going to say it right now, but fully SBR'd out. This is my go-to, you know, home defense package that I've never had a failure to feed or nothing with this one whatsoever. So this is a very, very special rifle in my collection, for real. Coming in at number 8, we have the Sig Rattler LT. This is the brand new Rattler that just dropped recently, and it's already on my list. Why? Because I loved my Rattler, so I'm treating this the same exact way. This is just a updated version of my Rattler. So the fact that I loved my Rattler as much as I did, I'm gonna put this one on the list at the same position that I would have put if I would have still owned the previous one. It's just pretty much a slightly longer barrel, 6.75 compared to the 5.5 inch barrel, as well as the LT and ambidextrous lower, and compatible with all of the LT models that Spear offers. The, you know, the 11.5, the 9-inch 300 blackout. Pretty much it puts the Rattler in the LT, MCX LT line. So everything is compatible and can be utilized going back and forth. But it's a very small package, but it's a big package with a kick. Or a very small package, but a package with a big kick, I would say. I really like it overall. Lightweight, backpack friendly, all the above. Yes, I know I need a suppressor. That's the plan. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the gun first. I'll get the suppressor later. Not even that. I already have the suppressor. I'm just waiting on the suppressor. But in the meantime, I'm going to have fun with my 300 blackout, suppressed, unsuppressed, all that. It doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, I needed this ASAP to add to the collection. And I would love to run it with my R9, but the R9, you have to have a 7.5 inch barrel when it comes to 300 blackout. This is 7.65, and it, you know, puts it at risk of breaking that warranty. So unfortunately, I can't, you know, I can't do so. Coming in at number 7, speaking of home defense, we have the Beretta 1301 in the building. This is a bad boy. It's got a little bit of dust on it because it sits in a specific area where it just, you know, unfortunately collects dust. But beautiful weapon. We did a little video on it. Definitely want to do a follow-up on this one very, very soon. Have this one fully decked out. Once again, with a light system, cloud defense, you know, all the above. Or my bad, cloud defense, cloud defensive. And we got the Streamlight on there as well. This thing, I love it. We put the Magpul handguard on here. It runs fabulous. I love, of course, that pistol grip stock that is also on there as well. We got the red dot, fully decked out, very, very beautiful blink system, everything about it. This gun is a work of art at the end of the day. Beretta, when it comes to their shotguns, definitely cream of the crop in my opinion. And them and Chiappa too. Chiappa makes some good ones I've seen as well. I want to get me a break action next, I think. I want a break action shotgun. But this is my go-to. I did have a Kel-Tec at one point. I had to upgrade a little bit, that's all. So just a little bit, just, you know, add a little spice to my fire with this one. And 1301, I think it's a good upgrade, right? Can you agree? Coming in at number 6, we have the Sig Sauer P226 X5 Legion. This is the first pistol that made it to the list, but this is by far one of my favorite pistols in my collection, man. The 226, historically a well-renowned, well-respected pistol with a high reputation of being a great pistol at the end of the day. And the X5, you know, taking it a step further, and then the Legion taking it a step further with the 226 models, like the cream of the crop, everything all put together, and you just got the top tier gun right now, in my opinion. Like, this is still, in my opinion, the best gun right now that Sig has on the market, handgun wise. I would say handgun, let me correct myself. But I love this gun. I definitely took it out the box, shot it a little bit. I want to be following up with you guys on a full-on in-depth review of this one down the pipeline. Sig's been dropping gun after gun after gun. The X10, the X10 Endure, I believe they just dropped recently. The Legion P365. They just dropped also the Rattler LT. They've been dropping so much stuff back to back, it's hard to keep up. Like, Sig is going stupid right now. But this one, I mean, you know, this amazing gun overall. I have it fully decked out how I like it. I want to adjust the trigger soon and see how crisp we can get that trigger, if we can at all. So stay tuned for the full in-depth review on my P226 X5 Legion, because it's coming soon. Coming in at number 5, we have the Sig Sauer MCX Spear LT. Now, this was originally born as a 7.62 Spear. I actually still have the barrel, I still have the bolt head and all that. This is now, though, in a 5.56 barrel, which is the 11.5 MCX Virtus barrel. So I swapped barrels out just to have a little bit more fun, and being able to be versatile to switching back and forth in the calibers. It's fun at the end of the day. So all you gotta do is switch the bolt head. The bolt carrier group, you can utilize the 7.62 bolt head carrier group on the 5.56. You just gotta switch the bolt head out and switch the barrel out, and then bam. I have no issues. I know there's been issues with the bullet wobble and all that with the Spear. I haven't had any of those issues right there at all. And this is probably one of my favorite I mean, it is my favorite. It's in the top 10 list. But I would say this is probably one of the most best looking guns. That gold, it looks nice. You know, we have it fully SBR'd out. We have the stock on here. I don't know, I might switch the stock out eventually. I'll tell you a little bit why a little bit later on in the video. But I mean, yeah, this year was big for Sig, specifically for the MCX line. I mean, they dropped so much stuff from the Rattler, the Spear LT, all the different barrel lengths, all the different calibers, all the different everything. It's the platform itself went bananas this year, and I went bananas along with it. You know, I picked it up. I have the Romeo 8T on here, and it's definitely, you know, one of my favorite guns. And I haven't done an update yet, so stay tuned. I'm gonna be doing an update on this one very, very soon. And the last time I did this one was like almost a year ago. So I'm definitely going to do a full-on rollout of this bad boy very, very soon. But coming in at number 5, the Spear LT. Coming in at number 4, guys, oh, we have to put the M1A EBR. So yeah, we have the M1A EBR. This is the Sage chassis, the M1A Sage chassis. Let me take this out, because I ain't gonna lie, I kind of do like it now without that big old scope. I keep it on there just so I never lose it. But we have this one fully built out. This is a M1A from Springfield Armory with the Sage chassis on it, man. And for the most part, you know, this is almost a shrine gun more than a gun that I ever planned to, like, I mean, I plan to shoot it, but it's a shrine at the end of the day. It's just a gun that's just, you know, extremely beautiful. It's a gun of the childhood, of the Call of Duty days. And it's just something I love to shoot, man. It's extremely well built. The Sage chassis, this one in particular, is a very limited edition one that is utilized, I believe, by the Marines, that gray. You can't find it as easily. It's only available in limited places. So just being able to have all that in the system, man, definitely, you know, one of my, I would say, grail guns. This is definitely one of my grail guns. For sure. I plan on down the road taking this muzzle off, getting my own different muzzle to allow me to do, you know, run it suppressed. I could run the R9 on this suppressed. And I mentioned the R9 because that's the only one I got at this time. But we do have the Vortex on here to complete the look overall and have it this really nice built out. Have a lot of respect for this one at the end of the day. But she's a heavy one. She's a heavy girl, man. Beautiful. And I need to do a full-on video of this one. I've done like a video, but I haven't like went stupid with it yet. So I got so many videos planned for y'all down the pipeline, but definitely number 4 on the list. Before we get into the top 3, let me give you guys some of my honorable mentions. The first one being the Springfield Armory Prodigy. This is my first double stack 1911 that I had shot, you know, for me. So this one definitely meant a lot to me, you know, just in general for my collection as a shooter, as a YouTuber, all the above, this being the first double stack that I owned. So Springfield came out the gate with this. I definitely had issues with mine. A year later, which I plan on doing a year later video, it shoots phenomenally now. There's no issues whatsoever. Springfield took care of me. They took care of a lot of people out there, and I think they got it down packed now for this particular gun. So this, though, in my opinion, is just definitely one of my favorite weapons. It shoots like butter. It feels great. It feels amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do down the road with more of these double stacks, because I know they're going to come out with, you know, different versions or updated versions or threaded barrel or something. There's going to be more coming for this particular platform. Now, there's the Staccatos, there's the Atlas Gunworks and all that, which, you know, we've done some videos on, but this one is an honorable mention because it's the first one that I own, and it's a little bit of sentimental value at the end of the day. But yeah, I really like this one. Next up, we have the AP5 from Sentry Arms. Definitely a nostalgic piece of weaponry, a classic weapon. Some people might be saying, yo, you're tripping for not putting this in your top 10. I get it, I understand. There is just guns on here that that hit a little bit different. But this, maybe down the road, it might switch up. I don't know, man. I love it, don't get me wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I could switch the Helen out for this. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I already did the video, bro. And I made my thoughts and I put it all together. There's some other guns even that's not even on the honorable mention that could be there, but I get it, you know, I get if you wanna go crazy, but it is mentioned, okay? This could easily be number anything. I kind of forgot about it, but it definitely, the AP5 in the classic form. I actually had it with the M-Lock system, but I swapped it out. I wanted it for a more classic look, so yeah, the AP5 though. Next up, the Daniel Defense M4A1. This could also be the Mark 18 that could make this. I'm gonna tell y'all about the Mark 18 later though, in a whole different video, why it's not even on this list. Because I got rid of it. Yeah, you heard me. Stay tuned. But another gun that needs an honorable mention. And then last for the honorable mention, we have the AK-103 from Kalashnikov USA. It's kind of new to the family, so I'm getting used to her, you know. Maybe down the road, she can maybe be up in another top 10 down the road, you feel me? Stay tuned for the review, which you might see after or before this, but unfortunately, it's an honorable mention and not on the top list, so yeah. Coming in at number 3, we have the Beretta M9A4, and yeah, I think she speaks for herself. Beautiful weapon. The M9A3, the M9A4 was, of course, the gun that was presented to the military as the new contract gun. This, along with the Glock 19 and the M17, M18 from Sig. Unfortunately, the Beretta did not get through, and the M17, M18 Sig won. And now we, you know, which is the P320, which is now the main gun issued to the military. Now, a lot of people still using their M9A3s. I've heard a lot of people still utilize that gun in there, and it may be, you know, still a gun that hasn't been phased out because it's just been brought in recently, the M17, M18. But with that being said, one of my finest shooting weapons and one of my best looking weapons, and it's so beautiful, man. This is another Grail gun. I've always wanted to own a Beretta, which they're not expensive, and I even got into a back and forth with someone on a Reddit page about this being my Grail gun. I would say that I always wanted the Beretta M9, you know, A2, A3, right? But being able to get the brand new version, the M9A4, which came with the suppressor, you know, with the threaded barrel, and came optic ready, it kind of like pushed it forward. And that's why I put this such at a higher level now as something that I've always wanted in my collection, because typical Berettas didn't come threaded and they didn't come with the optic ready mount on it. I think Langdon Tactical came out with their version, which is extremely clean and beautiful as well. But this has just been a gun that I always just wanted, and you know, now I got it, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful gun. Another video that needs to come out. Coming in at number 2, guys, we have the Beryl. This is the FB Radam. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Beryl. One of the best AKs out there, and people will say this is the best AK in the 5.56 caliber, which I don't disagree. Why is it so high on the list, man? Because it's a historical weapon. It's a clone correct weapon. So it's very correct to what the Polish are currently using. And I kind of like that for nostalgic reasons at the end of the day, and just for, you know, a collection reasoning, but also the sourcing of the materials, you know, the archer rail, the handguard, the front grip, everything is correct. And it took a lot to do that. It took a lot to source and find all these things out. Even the cheek riser, which you can, like, a lot of these things is hard to get your hands on at the end of the day. So it was very important to me, you know, very well thought out. And this was like a project that I kind of worked on that came to fruition, and it looks amazing at the end of the day. Stay tuned. I still haven't even did a full-on review on this at all, and it will be coming sooner than later at the end of the day. But this is a beautiful piece of work, and it's number 2 right now on the list for me. Coming in at number 1, guys, the Sig Spear. Now, this is the most newest weapon in the collection too. So it's kind of like what I said with other guns, how is it so high up when it's brand new? Well, this kind of gun, like, I've been doing pretty consistently. Like, I've done gun videos on this channel for maybe 2-3 years now. I've done some range videos and stuff like that, but consistently, like being the main thing for about a year. And when I saw Grand Thumb review this gun, he reviewed the actual one though, like the actual, I think 13-inch or whatever, the 277 Fury one. I saw that and I was like, yo, I really want to like take this YouTube stuff serious, and like I want to shoot these type of weapons. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy that Second Amendment, and this was kind of the gun that kind of started that grind. And now obtaining it kind of shows like the hard work that's been paid off doing the content, you feel me, and putting out the work. So this gun, it just means a lot. It's a beautiful piece of work. I mean, there's a lot of guns out there that's probably better than this. You know, people say that the Scar 17 shoots better, it's less heavier and all the above, but this gun just meant a lot getting my hands on, now owning it, and I just really like it, man. It's beautiful. I'm planning on doing a full-on review on it very soon, taking it out. These 308 rounds are gonna be pretty expensive, but we'll make it work. And we are gonna be replacing this too, because this is it's a Tango 6, but it's an MSR. it needs a little bit better eye work. I might even just go with the red dot, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it. It's so heavy now, like, do I need an LPVO on this? I don't know, y'all let me know down below. 110 twist, 308, 16-inch barrel. Let me know down below, man, the Sig Spear. Beautiful. But yeah, guys, let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section on my top 10 list. I would love to hear what you guys got to say. Do you think I'm tripping? Where am I tripping at? What can I add? Where can I subtract? Let me know down below. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to see you on the next one, all right? I'm out. Peace.